In this section, we are going to look at how to gather some useful data from MySQL database. For that, we have to install additional plugin from Pecona. Let's see any other plugin is available on the internet. So MySQL monitoring with Cacti. So let's see, Pecona is coming up. Other than Pecona, I can't really see any other plugin. Yeah, so it looks like Pecona is kind of de facto standard. Right, so we're going to go for Pecona plugin. Let's download the plugin first. So look for the plugin on the internet. Install Pecona plugin for Cacti. So this is the official website. Right, so there are two ways you can install the plugin. Either you download this RPM file and then execute locally, or through the official package manager, which will be yum install and the package name. However, you have to add Pecona to your repository, otherwise you wouldn't be able to find the package. So we are going to go for RPM package, which is available under downloads. Okay, CentOS 7, and the plugin version is 1.1.8. So let's copy the RPM link. Copy link location. Now we have to go back to console and download the file and then execute via yum. Let's download the RPM. So using wget, that's the link we copied before, downloaded. So now we can just install using rpm-i. So let's go for rpm-i and the file name. Oops, failed due to dependency issues. So there are two Perl dependencies. So let's try to install them. I'm not sure about the package names. So let's try to install using the names that appear there. So let's try yum install Perl DBI and Perl digest MD5. Okay, installation success. Let's try again. Yeah, so DBI has been successful, but Perl digest MD5 hasn't been successful. So we have to look for the exact package name. Let's try. Right. So it looks like case sensitive issue. So Perl digest MD5 is nearly right. So let's go back and put the right name there. Okay, seems to, yep, brilliant. So its installation has been successful. Try again quickly. Yes, the templates are installed. So let's have a quick look. What templates are available? So MySQL is there along with other templates. Now we are going to import the template into Cacti system using import routine. So it's under user, share, Cacti, CLI and import template. Then we have to just pass the file name as parameter. So user share Cacti resource Percona template and MySQL. Okay, it's a relatively big file. Success. So now we have successfully imported the template. Now we can start using that template. Since the template is installed, we can now go ahead and add the database node. So a database is sitting on the same machine as the web server. So the IP address is going to be the same. Okay. Now we can go and add a node. Let's call it database server. And hostname is the same IP address as the web server. And the rest is same, but the template should be Percona MySQL server. So that's the one we just installed. Okay. I think that is pretty much it. We can just create. Successfully created this node. So as we can see over there, SNMP is fine as well. So these are the graphs available for that template. So it's about 43 templates, 43 graphs. So we have to wait for a while until the node is up and running. So let's wait for a while. Yeah, the status is unknown, so it's still, the node is added and it's behind the scene trying to sync. So we should see the status up. Right, the status is up, so the node is up and running. So we can now go ahead and add 43 templates. So we can just go and then create graph for this device. And then I'm just going to select all of them since it's about concept, so I'm not specific to any particular graph or graphs. So I'm just going to add all of them and then create. So all graphs have been added successfully. Good. Now we have to wait for a while until the graphs started showing something. So let's have a look. 43 graphs added. Good. So if we now quickly check graphs, then select graphs. Yeah. So the files do not exist yet, so that's why we are seeing the error message. So let's be patient. So it should show up something. So I'm not really expecting any crucial data here, but we should see at least the graphs are not going to be like error. Now time to check the graphs. So the database server itself is up. That's a good sign. Now we need to check the graphs. So over there in the graph section, it's looking good. So definitely better than before. There are no errors. So 43 graphs in 3 pages. So the first page looks more InnoDB related graphs. In order to understand each and every graph, I think you should be an expert. I personally found a couple of graphs useful, so it doesn't mean the rest is useless, but it's just you need to have the expertise. So the second page is InnoDB transactions, active and logged, indexes, command counters, and connections. So it's supposed to tell us how busy the server was in a given time. And MySQL network traffic, so that is about usage in a particular time. Process list, query cache, and cache memory. So the query response time in microseconds is equivalent to MySQL slow query log. So that this way, I think we should be able to find out how long it took for each and every query. MySQL replication section is useful if you monitor or gather data from a replication server. So in this case, it's a master server, so we wouldn't have any data there at all. So the last page is temporary objects, threads, and transaction handler. So as I said, in order to understand each and every graph, you do need to have some expertise in database. So hopefully you found this small section useful. If you do have any questions, just ask.